Hello everybody and welcome back to Full House Sports here, myself Charlie. And before the video starts, please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Right, where to begin? As a Forest fan, where to begin? I've been wanting to do this video, I guess, for a little while now, and then finally the Dyche sackings happened and I was going to do it this morning, and then I thought, no, actually, because I wanted sort of the day to stew on it. And then Pereira's looks like he's being deployed, Vitor Pereira, the ex-Wolves manager. And the circus continues at my club, Nottingham Forest. I'm not even sure where to begin with it, really, because I just don't, I don't know where to begin with it. Numb. I was speaking to my friend earlier. He's also a Forest fan. And he just said to me, I feel numb to it all. And he's right, I do as well. Like last year, the bond that I think we as fans had and I felt going to the stadium with Nuno was really special. And I haven't been as much this year because of work commitments, because of other things going on in my life, but I still am going. Anyone who's like seen my channel or anyone who knows me, I still do go when I can. And like, there isn't that anymore. There isn't that connection with the players on the pitch, there isn't that connection with the dugout, and there isn't that connection with the people above either. Because I feel like we're so out of touch with reality now that we're just lost. We're on our fourth manager of the season. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some statisticians who'll tell me, but this is pretty much unheard of, to be on 4 managers for a season. And let's face it, like, this is 4 managers with quite a while to go. And I think you can cast your mind back. And as a Forest fan, as funny as it was in the summer, I say that, I don't even think it was. I didn't buy into it, or I've said that before. But, like, you know, you had all the Crystal Palace stuff when we pursued them through CAS in the summer. Should we have done that? Not really, because it messed up our preparations. We also had the weird thing in the summer where Gibbs White looked like he was leaving. He was crying, you know, apparently when the move broke down, but then also he'd been convinced to stay. So which one was it? Was it that he was convinced to stay? Because, you know, he was just held hostage. And I don't mean to buy into Twitter conspiracies and say, oh, he was held hostage. I don't buy into that sort of stuff. But, like, what was really the truth? What was the truth? What did happen? And then we've had the whole Nuno and Edu saga. Edu, employed by the club as head of football operations. You know, these directors of football do my head in. If you want to pick the players, you want to pick the system, etc., etc., go do the job yourself. Go be a manager. I hate the position in football. And he is a prime example of why. Because he's got these links with these agents. He's signed dross like Douglas Luiz and Zinchenko and even the Ortega deal, because although he did make a good save last night, you know, he's been brought in not because we needed him. We've got loads of goalkeepers. We've got Sells, Jean-Victor and Angus Gunn. Like, we didn't need another goalkeeper, but we brought him in. Well, why do you think that is? You know, he sits there on his high horse and just sacks managers. And now we've got this crazy scenario where, like I say, we're on our 4th manager. I think we're down. And do you know what the most heartbreaking thing is actually this year we were back in Europe for the first time in a generation. And it hasn't felt special at all, really. We've had our moments, but it hasn't felt special. You know, we've had too many lacklustre performances. Braga away immediately springs to mind. I mean, the first one, Midtjylland at home, I was there, that was pretty poor. What was a massive night for the club, awful performance. You know, we went into the Porto game with Dyche and Joe didn't know what to expect. It's just all over the place. And I'm not really sure how you fix it, because there'll be people who level at me and say, oh, well, you wouldn't be in the position you're in if it weren't for Marinakis. And they're completely right. But it also doesn't mean that he's not doing things wrong. And for me, he's done a lot wrong this season. And if we do, by some miracle, survive, like, I think so much trust has been broken between him and the fans and everything else. There's rumours of player rifts and everything else. And, you know, players going behind the manager's back to the owner saying they don't want him anymore. Like, there's so much going on that it feels like we're a basket case. And I do worry for us, because I do look down the road at Leicester and look where they were and where they are now. The similarities are there. And that's the worry for us. I worry we could end up being another Leicester. And I sincerely hope we don't, but that is the worry. As always, guys, let us know what you think. Forest fans, fellow Forest fans, let me know what you think. What a crazy, crazy time to be a football fan in general. Feels like everyone's, you know, Frank sat the other day. But let us know what you think. Please like, comment and subscribe. And anything you guys do is greatly appreciated. As I try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Have a great day.